Bucky was just a common village goat with shaggy brown fur and a broken horn that twisted sideways. He belonged to Nora, a widowed woman living on the edge of the woods in a small house with her 2-year-old granddaughter, Ellie. After her daughter's passing, Nora had taken in Ellie and raised her with all the love she could give. Times were tough, but Ellie's laughter and Bucky's presence made the small home feel full. Bucky wasn't just any goat. He followed Ellie everywhere. Into the garden, near the creek, even to the doorstep when she played with her toys. The villagers often laughed and said, "That goat thinks he's her big brother." Bucky would nudge Ellie away from sharp sticks or gently headbutt her toys closer when she dropped them. One bright morning, Nora was hanging clothes to dry while Ellie played nearby. The phone inside rang, and Nora stepped away for just a minute. But when she came back, Ellie was gone. At first, Nora thought the child was hiding behind the house. Then the minutes turned into a half hour, and panic set in. She screamed Ellie's name into the trees. The neighbors came running, forming a search party. They combed the area, calling out, checking under bushes, near the creek, and even along the road. But there was no trace of the little girl. The forest bordering the village was thick and silent. Fear crept into everyone's hearts. "It's getting cold," someone said. "And the forest has foxes, even wolves." As night fell, Nora collapsed on her porch, trembling. The police had been called, flashlights swung in the darkness, and dogs sniffed the ground, but Ellie was still missing. Then, just after midnight, a strange sound came from the woods. A frantic bleating. "Is that Bucky?" a neighbor asked. Bucky hadn't been seen since Ellie disappeared. Now, the sound of his bleating grew louder, desperate, urgent. Nora jumped to her feet. "He's trying to tell us something." She and 2 villagers ran toward the sound, stumbling through branches and over roots. The bleating continued, almost like shouting. Then, through the trees, they saw Bucky standing still, stomping his hooves and looking back repeatedly, urging them to follow. They ran after him. He led them deeper into the forest, far beyond where anyone had searched. And then, there she was. Ellie, curled up at the base of a large tree, covered in leaves and shivering. Her small hand was holding on to Bucky's fur, and Bucky stood guard over her like a sentinel. Tears streamed down Nora's face. "Ellie? Oh, baby." She scooped her up and held her close. Ellie was cold but safe. No scratches, no bites. Just scared and tired. "Bucky stayed with me," she whispered, barely audible. The next day, the village buzzed with the story. Newspapers from nearby towns came to interview Nora. "Hero Goat Saves Toddler" was the headline everywhere. Bucky stood proudly beside Ellie during each visit, chewing grass like nothing had changed.